Welcome to Connect In. Today is Tuesday, March 30th. And Connect In is all about conversations about getting out of our twirly head and back into our body. Because here's the deal, when we are back in our body, we can absolutely connect with our inner guidance. We can be we could be more centered and less stressed. And I mean, face it, when we are more centered in ourselves and less stressed, then we are actually happier. And really, don't we all want to just have a bit more of a joy-filled life? And so connecting in isn't always about kind of walking around like everything is wonderful and happy and exciting, but it's really about like being fully authentically you. When you connect into your body, you're connecting into your inner guidance and your heart. And all of that means that you're connecting into your authentic self. Yeah. So what I like to do always is to kind of get us out of our head and into our body a little bit before we go forward in the conversation. And for me, it's important to have a ritual. I call it the ritual of coming inside. Because what that does is it allows my body and my mind and my spirit and emotions and all those kind of etherical parts of me to know that I'm taking a moment to come in, to quiet and come in. And I do that by using all my senses. So the first thing I like to do is light a candle. Now, if you have a candle around, you can go ahead and light a candle. And if you don't, just imagine you're lighting a candle. The brain doesn't distinguish the difference between what you imagine and what is real. And so you could imagine you're lighting a candle. And take a moment and just notice how you feel in your body. Are you still thinking about where you came from or where you're going or how much time is this going to take, etc., etc. Just notice what's happening in your body. Light a candle. And then what I like to do is use incense or sound. And since I haven't figured out how to get incense or sage to go through the live streaming, I'll go ahead and use sound. Take some nice, long, deep breaths. Invite your breath to come in into your throat, to your belly, and then down to your feet. Feel the weight of your body on the earth. You can feel your feet on the ground. And again, breath, belly, feet. Coming into your body. Take a moment and just notice how you feel in your body now. When we begin the process of coming in, We come in from out here, and we actually even come down. And why is this important? Why is it important to come inside? When we come into our body, which is an embodied practice, when we come into our body, we are no longer being driven by our mind. We are no longer being driven by the shoulda, woulda, couldas. We are coming in to our heart. And I like to think of our body as being the structure of a compass, and the heart is the arrow, always pointing towards our true north. So when you come inside and come down into your body, you actually have access to your inner wisdom. And why that's important is, we have been through an extraordinary time. We've read about other kinds of epidemics and other types of events that have truly changed our lives. And we are just on the edge, maybe, hopefully, of moving out of this incredible time. And honestly, we have been under such a level of stress that we can't even comprehend it, to be honest with you. And our body, just keeps taking it on. And so taking it on, yeah, there's the physicality of stress and what has to happen in our life, but there's also how we manage, how we're sleeping, how we think, how we feel. All of that has been altered over the past year, over a year now, right? If they would have told us that it would have been like this for a year last year, I don't know if we would have survived. But that actually tells you how resilient we really are. And I think it's important to know that we do have an extraordinary resilience that is helped by having self-help tools like coming into your body, grounding, yoga, meditation, singing, dancing, whatever those things are for you that help you connect into something greater than your mind. And last week, somebody sent me this song. It was called Protect Your Sensitive Nature. And it really made me start thinking about this whole concept of we've been home and protected, and a lot of people that I've been speaking to are also saying how they are a little nervous about going out into the world and going to like coffee shops with a lot of people. And I know that's not going to happen anytime super soon, but we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And, we're starting to think forward. And so, how do we prepare ourselves for going out in the world? I mean, this has been a blessing. This has been hell. This has been everywhere in between for all of us. And it's important to honor wherever you are. If you are happy staying in this gorgeous, beautiful cocoon that's you, then do it. If you are just waiting to get out there in the world, then do it. But what's important is you honor your inner guidance and that you do things because they feel right for you, and you're not kind of feeling pressured by society or friends, etc., etc. So how are you all feeling about extending out into the world, like just kind of moving out of your cocoon a little bit? One of the things that came across my email box was from a sculptor, and I'm sorry that I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she was a ceramicist sculptor, and what she did is she created this giant cocoon, And the photograph was this woman standing in front of a cocoon, and it was made out of clay and wire mesh, and the clay was dropping off. And it's, that really explains, shares exactly where we are right now. Like, we're in this beautiful cocoon, and, in the next couple months, 6 months maybe, we have the opportunity to kind of extend out. So, how do you follow your inner guidance in the kind of extension of going out into the world? And, we are also being helped by the energy of spring that's going, yes, yes, go out, do it. And, we're having this tug of war. I live right outside of Philadelphia, and right now we're having a tug of war between winter and spring, where it's really nice and then it's frosty the next day. So in a way, that's kind of what we're doing. It's like, do we want to stay inside? Do we want to go out? And wherever you are in that process is perfect. But what I like to do is invite you to just notice how you feel when you think about going out, like coming into your body. And I'm inviting you to trust in the guidance of your body. Not so much what you think should happen, but trust in the guidance of your body. And you do that simply by coming in, breath, belly, feet, and listening, looking for, experiencing cues that your body says is, yeah, that's okay. Or, I'm not so sure about that. And it's a really simple exercise, and I thought I would just share that with you today. Um, and then, share with me how that feels for you. How has that affected how you kind of navigate your life. And so, because I've been talking a lot, you're up here a little bit. So let's just come back in. Bring your awareness to where your feet are touching the earth. Invite your breath to come into your throat, into your belly, down into your hips, and then down to your feet. And do a little scan of your body. Just notice how you feel. Now, soften your eyes or close your eyes if you can. And say to yourself, my name is, and go by the name, go by the name that you go by. So, my name is Damini. Just notice how your body responds to that. And then go ahead and say, my name is Harry. Unless your name is Harry, then pick another name. And just notice how your body responds to that. And come back, your name is, and say the name that you go by. And then again, your name is Harry. And you can share later on how that was in your experiences. But those feelings and sensations should be different. They may be drastically different or minimally different. But here's how I would enlighten you about my experience. It's going to be unique for you. When I say my name is Damini, there's a quality of opening. There's a quality of expanding at some point in somewhere in my body. It's kind of like saying yes. And then when I say my name is Harry, there's kind of a more of a contraction feeling, which I consider like a no. And so if you just think about how does yes and no feel to you, you know, they have so many other connotations that they may confuse you a little bit about what you're feeling. But what you're looking for is this way that your body and your heart say yes. And when you say yes, you're actually going in the flow, right? The power is in the present moment. The power is when you come inside and listen deeply, not about thinking shoulda, woulda, couldas or have tos, but does this feel right for me in this moment? And if you start practicing this daily or often with little things, should I wear this? Should I drink that? Or the little things. It will help you navigate, do I want to go out into the world and be in a community? Do you want to protect yourself, or do you want to extend yourself? We do this really very often unconsciously, and I'm inviting you to bring this to your consciousness. Because when you can allow your body to lead the process and your heart to lead the process, you can become more sovereign, more solid in who you are. And that is what I call being your brightest best self, like being comfortable in your own skin and being you. So practice this if you can, as often as you like. Share your experiences on the Facebook group. And talking about the Facebook group, I've started a Facebook group called Shine On. And over the past year, I've been doing a lot of online programs, retreats, classes, and I have been honestly blown away at the quality and power of community energetically that is created online. And I wanted to create a space where anybody can come in and we're all holding the container to be our brightest, best self. And so the Shine On community, which you can find on Facebook groups, I think it's Shine On 2021, join us. You know, there's all kinds of touch points throughout the week. And, you know, it's in the early stages, but I really envision this of being a community of support, a community that can help us all hold the vision of us being our brightest, best selves. And next month, I'm actually going to be doing a mini retreat within that community. So check it out. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this community, whether you're watching right now, live with me, or whether you're watching this at another time, because we're all in an energetic community and we're here. Whether you're watching live or you're watching later, you're still part of the experience. So I want to really thank you for being here. And I invite you to, you know, protect you, protect this vulnerable, outrageous, excitable, quiet you, and honor wherever you need to go from that process. So that's how we connect in, and that's how we stay out of our twirly head and come back into our body, simply by breath, belly, feet. So I hope you have a great day, and it's been great to connect with you.